Hey,
Hello.
hey, goddesses. Hey, Ramona.
Hey, Paige. I was about to
Have,
say Sue. I don't know why I was about
oh,
to
that's
say
okay.
Sue, but like all of a sudden my brain was about to say Sue. We love you, Sue.
Sue is a part of the triple goddess here,
Yes, for
Ramona,
sure.
and we kind of run in the three.
Yeah, we do, for sure, for sure. So we are on to a new goddess this month. And this goddess we're going to talk about both of her aspects. We posted about the Roman goddess Diana, but um, the more widely known and on I don't know what word to use that
Acknowledged or yeah.
acknowledged
Hmm.
goddess is Artemis, and
Artemis.
that's the Grecian goddess. And we're doing this on purpose because I will be spending some time in the beautiful land of Greece here in about 2 weeks. So we will be
Yeah, we expect a
I'll be
full
I'll be sharing
report
some things.
of Artemis. Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. I was just doing a little research on Diana, and she was very prominent in the Roman
Mhm.
gods, goddesses. And I think that's why the Greeks took a lot of that, of her
Mm.
attributes, and created her counterpart, or Artemis.
Yeah.
And
Or her.
so
Yeah.
it's it's interesting that, and I don't know that one claims the other. The
I
Romans like, no, it's
mean,
Diana. The Greeks like,
it's
no,
all
it's Artemis.
Mediterranean to me.
Well, we always say that, one, that we are not the experts on any of these goddesses. So
Yeah.
what we know is what we've done, research, and what's true to us. And it's always the energy and the
Yeah.
attributes of this goddess that we like to focus on, and how we can call on this goddess energy to accomplish what it is we want to do. And so I was thinking about one of our research tools, or uh, the oracle cards that we have. It has the power message is focus.
Mhm. Right. Well, and both of these goddesses, if you look at um their energies, what they are ultimately inviting us to focus our energy
Right. And
to.
I thought it was really interesting in looking at the image of Diana and Artemis, is that they have a bow and arrow. They are the
Yeah.
goddess of the hunt. They
Gotcha.
are the goddess of the moon, and they hunt. That they are depicted not with a full moon, but with a nearly
Mhm.
uh,
Nearly
new
new.
moon.
Mhm.
So when you're thinking about focus, this is what occurred to me this morning when I was meditating on a little bit. In the new moon, it's dark, and you do have to kind of sharpen your focus
Your
a
focus,
little
yeah.
bit.
Mhm.
Although one reading I said you might want to soften your focus, but
Oh yeah.
that being said, you do kind of, I mean, you have to let your eyes adjust to the light, or the
Mhm.
acknowledge the dark. And then you had written a little bit about the shadow and shadow work, so it all kind of comes into play. So
And that
I don't
shadow work,
know.
yeah, it's such a
Yeah.
powerful tool for healing when we can gaze upon the dark aspects of ourselves that we tend to judge versus illuminate, right? So if
Yeah.
I can illuminate the things that I'm judging about myself instead of sit in the judgment, then I'm actually gifting myself the opportunity to make change. And that's what the new moon's all about, right? Is what do I want to create now?
Right.
And
Exactly.
so it's about seeking out what your heart's desire is, and focusing your attention on actively approaching that focal point with intention, with
Hmm.
with uh heart, and then just allowing yourself to move there with ease. And because we want to force it, and that's not going to help either. So it's about finding the ease. So when we think of Diana and Artemis, we think of the goddess of the hunt. So again, the bow and arrow, they are foraging, gathering, finding, their source of fuel, of nourishment. And so for us, it's what is it that you need that's going to nourish your soul?
Yeah.
Like that's how I'm approaching my journey with Diana and Artemis this month is what is it that I want to be ingesting that is ultimately raising my vibration to the level of connecting to my soul's purpose.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I believe this trip is really gonna offer me, is the opportunity to connect more intentionally to that need, right?
Yeah.
We talked a little bit about what I'm doing this month, and just to kind of get some real clarity around it, is I'm attending a goddess retreat, and the retreat name is Connecting to the Goddess Within. And so it's about connecting to the inspiration, connecting to my natural ability to create, connecting to a place that is not filled with noise.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm just thinking that was the focus of our first retreat as well, was identifying your inner goddess. What we even had, we gave her a name and an energy and all of that. And then how do you bring that forth? And I'm thinking, for me, what needs to be nurtured and focused on is that I feel myself getting caught up in the doing a little more, and the focusing on the result of this doing. And I had a good mentor say to me one time, Paige, you can make your plans, don't plan the results. And then I've not been taking that step back and being and thinking of, am I acting from here or is it here? And I mean, the truth is somewhere in there. So I think that's something that I'm going to be focusing on. And
well, it's interesting, because as I was leading into September, one of the things that I had set intention for the trip that I'm taking is that I wanted to essentially have all of the large purchases paid for. Like I wanted credit card to be paid off. I wanted, I didn't want to have to come back and I was still paying off the retreat or the plane ticket, or like whatever I spend while I'm there that's fine. But I didn't want to have this weight of like, oh my gosh, I still have to pay off the plane ticket.
Oh my goodness, that's not a way you want to start off a trip.
that was my intention, was I'm going to walk into this experience and just it's all done. And so I'm just having this experience, and then when I come home, it's just kind of taking care of whatever I needed to spend on my credit card while I'm here. Right. And about a week ago, my mind was fighting that intention, was going, yeah, but what about this? And yeah, but what about this? And oh, should you really do that right now? And I was like, I mean, and now mind you, I have done everything to prepare and make sure that whatever funds I needed to pay were going to be there. Like, it's not that the money wasn't there. It was that I was holding on out of the unknown. Like, oh, but what if this? Oh, but what if that? Oh, but what if this?
What if?
Right.
Like, what
so
if
Spirit,
it,
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
So again, my focus was, my intention was that I'm going to walk into this trip and not have any weight on me about the financial repercussions of taking this trip. Because I had been manifesting money. I have been manifesting money all summer long so that this could be done.
yeah.
So about a week ago, Spirit says, because I kept looking at the statements. Oh, not today. I'll do it tomorrow. I don't know. I need to see where I am in a few days. Like, I just kept coming up with all the reasons why I didn't just press pay. And one of the days, I looked at my account and I was just like, Spirit said, do it now.
Right.
And so I had to do this. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to let go and release my stronghold on money and instead trust.
Yeah.
Again,
yeah.
my focus is to trust in the divine to always provide for me, to keep moving myself forward with intention and trust in my ability to manifest anything that I need.
Yeah. Yeah. Because we can get caught up in the what if a lot. What if something happens and I need that money? Mm-hmm. What if I, right. it isn't enough? What if something happens and, whatever, what if it doesn't work out the way I want it? Well, what if it all works out? What if there is enough?
What if you actually do what you said you were going to do, and then all of a sudden a windfall comes, which, by the way,
right, you get what you focus on. So if it's like the what if manifests,
which is exactly what happened.
There you go.
I let go, and then a windfall came at the end of the week last week, and I was like, okay,
there you go.
And it was just me trusting in the process of everything that I have done, not just focusing on, okay, I said I was going to pay this off before I left. It was all the work that I have done in all the other areas of my business, of my life, to produce, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm taking creativity and I'm producing, right? And then I'm allowing that vacuum of space to be open to receive. So Diana, Artemis, is saying to me, focus your intention, focus on what you are seeking. Trust in the process of it. Because it's in the dark, when we can't see the way, that we're actually being taught that this is how you trust in the divine. You don't have to see the end. Or the pathway to the end. You may see the end, like you may have the vision of the end, but you don't necessarily have all the, the pieces of the puzzle put together already. It's trust. There is a need for trust to be invited in when we are manifesting, when we are focusing our intentions, focusing ourselves in a direction. Trusting that it's coming to you.
Mm-hmm.
Paige mentioned this, I think, a week or so ago. We had talked about having a retreat in Greece before the world shifted, and I think we had projected it to be 2022.
Yeah. We knew it was going to happen.
Yeah. So to be in 2022. And by the way, here's another interesting fact. The month that IDG, Invoking the Divine Goddess, was created was September.
Oh, that's right. Oh, wow. Well, all right, goddesses, if that isn't a message, I don't know what.
So is this the retreat that I had in my mind thought was going to be happening in 2022? It maybe not. But is it a door maybe? Or a window? Maybe it's a window of, because I'm a very tactile person. So I had never been to Greece. So this is my first time. Actually, this is my first time going overseas at all. So
okay, well, there you go. You get to have that experience. You'll see what it's like, and you'll know in your mind's eye.
Right. So my feeling is that this is an opportunity for me to break through my own barriers around uncertainty of how to do a retreat in another country. Because that's coming. That's coming, goddesses.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's coming. There's no doubt in my mind. I'm currently co-creating a retreat in Puerto Rico. That was the first time that I was like, all right, we actually have to take a plane somewhere. We have to we're going to the island. So that was the first in my heart's awareness that is the first step to this next vision that Spirit keeps showing us. And so, I know in my heart that this is happening for a reason. And it's not just because I wanted to go to Europe. I mean, yes, I did. I wanted to go to Greece. But the point is, we were talking just a year ago about having a retreat in Italy in another year. So I don't know where things are going to lead, and I don't need to know right now. It's okay because I'm in the new moon. I'm okay with being in the dark right this moment. Because I trusted my gut. I trusted the divine that was speaking to me that says, go do this now. And every time I've been told to go do this now, it always works out.
Yeah. So close your eyes, pull back that arrow, and just
focus your attention.
Focus and
shoot the arrow.
Shoot it out and see where it goes. Trust it's going to go someplace amazing.
It's going to hit the target.
It's going to hit the target.
Yep. Because
I love that.
Right now, even though it's not exactly what Paige and I talked about, hit the target. I'm going to be there in 2 weeks.
Yay. And we can't wait to hear all about it.
So that was, I think, also why when we kind of looked at our schedule of goddesses that we were working with, Diana was actually scheduled for August. And I just said, we need to switch some things around because it feels like since I'm going to be in the Mediterranean, we should be working with her in September. So I'm excited to maybe do some lives while I'm there and share some of the magic of focused intention with you, because that's exactly how I'm getting to this experience. It was focused intention.
There you go. You get what you focus on.
Exactly. Oh. So with that, we will be back with you next week. And we'll chat some more about altar making for Diana and Artemis. And then the next 2 weeks, we're still on the bubble as to whether or not we're going to do some pre-recording or if we're going to take a pause while I'm gone. But
we'll see how it flows.
No matter what, once I get back, we'll definitely have an extra fun goddess chat for you, I'm sure.
Absolutely. Have a beautiful, beautiful day, goddesses.
And find your intention. Focus your energy on it. It is accessible. Call upon Diana and Artemis to help you get there.